everyone, I'm Evening Star at 1997, or Star Evening Star at 97, sorry, and today I think it's time I do a collection video to show off my Wooden Railway collection, aka my updated Thomas Wooden Railway collection for 2026, and seeing as I've gotten several new items, I think it's time to do an updated one. I mean, I haven't done one of these in the past 2 years. I think this is like every 2 years I do like a collection video for my Wooden Railway, but it's like every year is like a collection video, like channels dedicated to collection videos, which I think that's getting kind of rather bland for me now, and I think I'd like to try and do something else other than this type of format. I know you people are getting tired of me making these type of videos every yearly, but I think, yeah, I know how you feel. I just wanted to another collection just to show off what I've got in recent years, so I mean, I've gotten several more items over the past couple of years. It's expanded quite a lot, gotten a few more characters, but I don't know if I want to collect any more later after this, but we'll see what happens in due time. So yeah, so for categories I'll be doing order-wise, I'll be doing engines first, and then I'll be doing road vehicles, rolling stock, and then I'll do extras, aka duplicates, and then I'll do another range that includes licensed models licensed to BRIO, and then I'll do other non-Thomas Wooden Railway items that are just BRIO and Bigjigs and whatnot in general, and then I'll also do accessories as well, but we'll see what comes down the line. Okay, so we're going to start off now. I've enough rambling. We're going to start off the collection video with my old style Thomas from 2001. This is not a childhood item I've had for a few years. This one I've had since childhood. It's the 2001 Old Style Edward. By the way, a lot of these still have paint on them because I wanted to touch up some detail on them. I know people are going to rant and say, "Oh, you ruined this item," or "Oh, why did you do that? That's a lot of money wasted." But no, I just wanted to put some detail. I know the paint on this is rather shoddy, and I just wanted, because they were lacking some details in a way that I feel would need more. But don't get angry with me. But anyway, moving on. We have this new style Henry from 2002-2010. I think the locomotive itself is a 2009 model, and the tender itself is a Tomy 2012 Henry. I don't know how that got mixed up. Maybe the seller must have gotten these one day. I don't know how that happened. Maybe just a mix-up or something. So I'm finally happy to have a new style Henry. 2000 Gordon. I added that extra teeth for extra detail, which I think grows a which I'm growing fond of. And we have 2001 James, Old Style James with the gold dome. 2001 Percy, that I added the gold on his dome, and red buffeting's there. My original Toby from childhood, 2002. 2014 Duck. 1994 Donald. 2006 Douglas. 2014 CGI Oliver. 2004/2005 Diesel, 2001 Old Style Daisy, the original Daisy, the New Style Bill and Ben from 2005, although these are 2006, from 2006 by the way, and then 2005 New Style Boko. Well, they never really changed the model. I think this is the way his face was kept, and mold and whatever was that way. Here is the original Mavis pre-CGI. Well, there never really was a difference. This is from 2010, but they used the old style detailing. Here is the OG 2002 Flying Scotsman. You know, a lot of people say this one's a rare model. I think a lot of people say this is a sought after item, as a lot of people might think. Here's BRIO Stepney, which is a stand-in because I don't have a Wooden Railway counterpart. I would love to get the OG version because I don't like the new one because it just looks weird to me. The Diesel 261 Class 40 from 2001. Old Style Derrick, the OG Derrick with the black back, but I painted it yellow because, oh, why did you paint it yellow? People are going to yell in the comments saying, please don't yell at me, I know, please don't criticize me for something like this. I only just wanted my molds to have more detail. Here are the OG Arian Burt. Diesel 10 from 2013-2014, which I maintain the opinion that he is way better than the original Diesel 10, but I think the OG face definitely suits this version more. I had the OG Diesel 10's face, I would slap it on there. Make it perfect. New Style Lady. 2000 Splatter and 2003 Dodge. Salty. Harvey, 2002. Emily, this is the OG Emily. Fergus, who somehow has a bit of a stiff flywheel when he moves along very slowly. I don't know how that happened, but if you do have one that's not functional well, please let me know. Anyways, Arthur, Murdoch, Spencer from 2013, which I like more compared to the OG Spencer. I think shows him looking grand in this metallic-y chrome silver paintwork. Molly, Neville, Dennis, Rosie, the original Rosie, Whiff, the original Whiff, Billy, original Stanley, Hank, probably underrated character, pretty bad character some people might say, but I don't care if he's bad or not, but who cares. Flora, the last model series character ever produced in the TV show. And then we start off with CGI. We have the original Hero that I got the same year in 2009, when the Hero of the Rails came out, that is. Charlie. Here's a new addition to the collection. It's Scruff the Scruncher, who's now here to help with the rubbish. Anyways, nice to have him at last. Belle, the original Belle, who appears to have somewhat sort of a wonky eye. I don't know if that's the case in my model. Flynn, Den, Dart, Paxton. Here's another new one. Norman. He was a pretty penny to buy on eBay, by the way. I could never find him in stores anywhere. It took me a long time to get him, but for a pretty penny I finally got him. I won't say how much though. Sydney, the original Sydney, with the red wheels. Items from 2013 onwards. Winston, Stafford, Stephen, Connor, Caitlin, Porter, Timothy, Gator, Marion, Samson, Philip, Ryan, Skiff. There you go, Skiff, much better. And Ashima, the last CGI engine, and some Railway Series characters. Let me get this camera nice. Sorry, the quality isn't good. Big City Engine, Neil, 1998 Solar Railway Repair, and finally, wrapping off standard gauge engines, the New Style D199 from 2005. And behind that are my narrow gauge engines. We have 1996 Scarlery, the wooden funnel version, the 1999 Renius from 2002 with the skinnier boiler, smoke box, small face and tall funnel there. Love this Renius compared to the other version I have. 1997 6-Wilson handle, 2012 Peter Sam, 1996 Rusty with the white roof. This one is the more newer version because the 94/5 version has a smaller black front in comparison and has raised face as well. I wish I had that. But 2001 Old Style Duncan. I've a few. These another new one. The original Duke. Smudger. 2001 Bertram. Mighty. Mac. Okay. Proteus. Fearless Freddy. Victor. Luke. Finally, the last narrow gauge engine, Millie, who's another new addition. Then we have my one Coldifel engine, the 2005 Coldy, the more accurate version, which is better than the OG one. And then I have my two smaller engines, Mike and Frank. Still don't have Bert. I could never find Bert anywhere, I'd never picked up Bert. Those are all the main engines. So the next section I'll be covering is rolling stock. Stay tuned. Alrighty, here we are for the next portion of the collection section of this video. and it will cover my road vehicles and other non-rail vehicles. So here we have the blue Satapan Pads car from 2008. Let's check. Yeah, it is from 2008, or it could be from 2007, I'm not too sure. Actually, it is 2008. New Style Terrence, New Style early 2000s Terrence, or wait, what year is it? Maybe 2003, 2004, I'm not so sure, I forgot what year this was. I haven't done my research on this lately, but I assume it's 2004. New Style Birdie, Original Trevor, Bulgy, George, Caroline, BRIO Butch. Again, I don't have a Wooden Railway counterpart of Butch, so this is the BRIO stand-in for him. Lorry 1, who for some reason has Lorry 3's cargo. Quite an interesting Easter egg there. And Lorry 2, speaking of Lorry 3, I will probably never get my hands on him. He's a very hard to come by item, and he was like only out for 1 year, and he's very hard to find in the UK. He was likely only ever sold in America. He could be sold in Australia, but I'm not 100% sure if that's true. Anyway, moving on. Thumper, Elizabeth. Now on to the pack. We have Jack, Alfie, Oliver, Max, Monty, Kelly, there we are, there we go, much better, Byron, Isabella, Patrick, the Unlucky Tugs prop, as the Unlucky Tugs prop is in his possession now, safe and sound, and we also got to saw those unused faces that we never saw on screen. Anyway, bit of a joke that I'm making up, but I don't want to offend anyone. Nelson, Madge, Kevin, he's new. The Crown Jewel, the Crosby Station cargo truck I got back in 2010 when it was interestingly in stores, funnily enough. Fire engine, hook and ladder, and the fire engine water tanker, Soto ambulance, a forklift, that's also new, you'll find out in the next section where it's from, and the Soto Power Road Crew with the cherry picker and the spotlight lorry. And behind that is my one air vehicle, Harold the helicopter, and then I have two water vehicles, boats, including Bulstrode and the 1994 Sodor Bay tugboat. Okay, that was the non-rail section, including roadway vehicles and other non-rail vehicles. So the next section I'll be taking a look at is rolling stock, including coaches, trucks, and Brakevans and breakdown trains. Hey, alright, we're back. Sorry it was a while, but I had to have lunch. So here we are for the next section of this video. We are covering rolling stock now with coaches, trucks, breakdown trains, and cranes and Brakevans. So yeah, here we are. We're starting off with coaches now on this first row here. So we have my 1996 Annie. Oh, quality isn't that good here, sorry. Then we have a 2000 Clarabelle, 2009 Henrietta, old slow coach, which I kind of think is kind of rare to get for a reasonable price and good condition. And then 4 express coaches. These two were a bit of a penny to buy. This one is another rare item. I think it's rare. The Duke and Duchess's passenger coach. Kind of would have been nice if they made a composited coach. Flora's tram car. Yes, Flora's tram. And then finally 1997 Ada, Jane, and Mabel. Finally! I finally have the 3 blue coaches I've been wanting for over 15 years. They were a pretty penny, but they were worth it. I've been wanting these 3 for like over 15 years since I first saw them in a collection video by the name of Diamond Thomas, who I saw his one of his collection videos where these 3 were featured. I didn't have much knowledge of them at the time, but as I got older I was desperately hoping them, but I don't think these were ever sold in British stores, so they were like only on the market for 2 years in the States and Australia and maybe New Zealand, but probably not in the UK. But if anyone out there did grow up knowing what they saw in the stores, please let me know in the comments if you do. Well, if you know exactly. Anyway, and running off the coaches, we have Catherine with her back car, or commonly known as the truck in the Railway series, which is actually half of both. Coincidence? You be the judge. Okay, now on the trucks now. Scruffy, 2004 Scruffy, Fred, Rickety, two grey troublesome trucks, one from 1996 and the other from 2001. Sorry, the lighting is bad so you can see the face. The 2006 giggling troublesome trucks, this one's pretty much dead anyway. And then the CGI troublesome trucks. Not a huge fan of these though because of the faces. I like the original ones better, but what could you get anyway? Hector, the Chinese dragon, the original Chinese dragon. 3 Timoth milk tankers now. I had one from 1994 to start with, then I got 2 more from 2001 last year. Woohoo! Tar tanker, there's a new one from 2001. Soda fuel tanker. 2 oil tankers. Gold prospector cars. The rock crushing car, Center Island border car, and the conveyor belt car. The quarry car you get with a 4-pack of Mavis, Bill and Ben. Apparently this one is unfortunately missing the cargo though. The recycling cars, 2001 sort of scrap cars. The 1997 sort of China clay cars. Finally, the green one! I have been wanting this guy for over 15 years, for over 10 years. I was never able to find this anywhere for a reasonable price. By the way, this one of the 2 items that I got off from across the pond this year from America. Well, paid a pretty penny, but I'm not going to say how much. Again, classified, I don't want anyone to know. Well, for the longest time, I just had the red one, which I got in 2013 with another truck, and this one, and BRIO Scruffy, along with the sort of railway repair. But now this year I finally got the green one, so that the 2 can be reunited at last. Yippee! And speaking of the Bars car, here is the Bars car itself from the 1998 sort of railway repair. Confetti car. Yeah, confetti car, sorry, I think my mind's gone a bit blank there. 3 barrel cars. The purple one with the red barrels is from 1997. Then I have 2 blue ones, one from 2001 and another from 2002 with yellow barrels. This one from 2002 would have had milk barrels that came with a dairy farm, but unfortunately I lost both those barrels. There is another milk barrel from this that came with it, but can't say too much more, otherwise I'll spoil what it is. 2 sets of sort of poetry cars, aka the chicken cars, whatever you want to call them, one of which has the egg cargo, the other is missing the egg cargo. Sort of dairy cars with that milk barrel that I got with the dairy farm. 1 actually, I do have another one. The new zoo cars, this is the newer version, and then I have the original ones that came with either few that are also new. Notice how these 2 hippo cars use the same bases, except one is a teal and another is green. What a coincidence! 2002 green, yellow and blue box cars, and then a yellow and green box car, another one from 2002. 2 red Silver Mining Company coal cars. The Apple Fort Orchard cars with the Apple Cargo car, and the forklift flatbed and forklift, that's also new. You saw the forklift from the previous section from the video. The Sono Dino Fossil cars, whatever they're called. What were they again? Dino Discovery cars, yeah. Oh yeah, they're called Dino Discovery, Fossil Discovery cars, thanks. I just remembered. And then this limited edition Thomas and the Magic Railroad Goldust car, which is a repaint of the sort of mining company car. Oh, how cool. Pretty much they wanted to save money when they promoted the Magic Railroad film back in 2000. You can only find that Australia, America. Those are the only 2 countries I can think of that have that. 1996 2 Henry's Forest log cars, one from 1996 in the open-ended, then a 2000 that came with a sawmill dumping depot. one sawmill log car from 2001, and then another sawmill log car from 1999. That's new. This one also came with a green soda china clay car, by the way, that came from across the pond got earlier this year. Oh, pretty nice to get one piece of rolling stock in better condition. The furniture car from the Edward the Great set, 2 birthday box cars, 2 light blue hand cars from 2002, dark blue hand car from 2009, I think, baggage car from 2012, and then I have a grand total of 11 cargo cars, 6 black, 2 blue, 1 red, 1 white, and a tan present cargo car from the Thomas Winter Wonderland set. And then here are my Brakevans: Toad, Spiteful Brakevan, or NW Brakevan as he's commonly called, 2 red Soda Line cabooses, and the 2002 Winter caboose from the Winter Wonderland free pack. Ooh. And then my cranes, New Style Breakdown Train, Rocky, and Cranky the Crane. Yeah, I know he's not rolling stock, but I just threw him in there for the cranes nonetheless. Okay, that was all of my rolling stock. And so, yeah, next section we'll be taking a look at extra engines and whatnot, including special variations as well. Stay tuned. Alrighty, here we go. It took some setting up, but here's the next section of this video covering extra engines, including duplicates of other characters that I might have. And so, yeah, well, let's begin. So we have a 1996 wooden funnel Thomas whose face has yellowed quite a bit and has those thin wheels around mags. And people, imagine some people go and ask me, so it looks like it's from 1994, but it's clearly from 1996. And many people going in the comments saying, "Ooh, you should get a 1992 Thomas or a 1994 Thomas with flat magnets." Now, that's pretty much the same. I'm happy with it anyway. 2001 Thomas that has been heavily well loved. As you can see, it's gone through so much pain and torture. Don't know what I'm going to do with this one. Might customize it in something, like scrap engine, Ginty. I'll see in due time if I can figure out something about it. 2002 Thomas that does not have stripes. This was before 2004, before they started putting stripes on him. So yeah. And Winter Wonderland Thomas, I just noticed that this Thomas, Winter Wonderland Thomas, does not have a hole in the funnel like the 2002 one. Ooh, what a coincidence. I think this happened, this must be an older release. Sorry, just had a bit of hair somewhere or something. Might be just a coincidence. Okay, so Happy Birthday Thomas, Mud Covered Thomas, 2013 CGI Thomas, Tied Out Edward from Edward the Great that is missing a tender. I got this second hand, I don't know why. Also, there's a bit of a loose smoke box that can actually wriggle back to forth. Journey Beyond Subtle thing. But anyways, moving on. 1994 Henry with the flat magnets and painted coal. 2001 Henry with the plastic coal and plastic smoke box. 60-year edition Henry. New Style Gordon, I painted with teeth in. James Goes Buzz Buzz, Red Nose James. 2001 James with, strangely, 2003 James Tender. I don't know how I got that there. It just must have been... I just found these two items separately in the same place one day. A 2002 really beat up James. And then another New Style James in this style, but surprisingly in good condition. And one thing you may notice on the bottom, it says OW, and I think this was made on the 120th day of 2006, and I noticed it says OW. I don't know if it was part of the lead paint crisis. I know WJ items that mark the W and J were not part of the lead paint crisis, but I know this James has the letters OW, which may have been part of the lead paint crisis. Also, the fire engine and water tanker and hook and ladder had the OW on it, so I don't know if they are part of the lead paint crisis. I cannot tell exactly, but it's nice to have one in good condition. I'll probably be careful not to put this in my mouth or let any kids or dogs put this in their mouths because I want to keep them in the condition they're in. New Style Percy from childhood. It's a 2002 model without the hole in the funnel. And then a better condition Percy from 2003, which has the hole in the funnel. 1994 Toby, where it has a little bit of a chip on this roof, and there's a bit of a crack there. I don't know how that happened. CGI 2013 Toby, sorry. And I gotta love that funnel in there. 1994 Duck with the round roof cab and the round magnets. And then 1994 Bill, which has, well, I guessed it, this is the real life model. The face is yellow a bit. I am considering turning this into a custom engine, like a pug, like from the Railway Series 8 famous engines story, the Fat Controller Ed's engines. I'm thinking of wanting to do a Gintian pug custom, like use this end for a pug one day, due to how play-worn it is. Considering that it's been well loved and this side is more edge wear than this, I think this is worth definitely for customizing for me. 2001 Bill, I don't have a old style Ben without the funnel, would love to someday. Extra Salty from 2002. Celebration Salty. Hang on, is this Celebration? Yeah, it is Celebration. Yeah, sorry, it has been a while since I last checked. Lost and Found Hero. Patchwork Hero. 2013 CGI Hero. I don't really have much use for it anyway. 1996 Diesel 199 that I sometimes use for D7 101, aka Bear. New Star Rheneas with the white wheels and the more fatter boiler and big face there. Oh, sorry to be offensive. Sorry if I'm triggering some fans out there. I know it's the oddball and bland worst version of Rheneas compared to the New Star Stepney that would go with the museum cars back in the day. Oh, I know. Maybe then I never really understood. Anyway, moving on. 1996 Peter Sam with the wind funnel. My childhood Duncan with some painted detail, which hasn't aged that well. It looks more gold. I just noticed that the 2001 Duncan from earlier in the video, that it has a more brighter yellow. This Duncan here is more of a gold yellow, I think. I just didn't know the livery contrast. 2009 Duncan with that lamp on the cab. And then here is my old style Coldy rounding out engines. And then I have some extra roll-on stock here that I would use for generic coaches. 2002 Annie, 2003 Annie, 1994 Clarabelle that has a broken axle. Yeah, my childhood self was a bit reckless and destructive back then. I need to find a way to fix that on and keep it secure. 2002 Clarabelle, second Rickety from 2001. The 1998 front forward Toad. Yep. Yeah, always. If you have a Toad like this, please let me know. That face ones. Anyways, extra vehicles. I have 1996 Terrence, 1994 Birdie, and then second Harold, and my old style Cranky, which is grey from 2001. Yeah, pretty much getting into frame for that one. And then I have some battery powered engines. 2000 old style battery powered Thomas, new style battery powered Thomas, CGI 2011 battery powered Thomas, and my 2002 new style Percy. Okay, so that was extra engines and duplicates, and there'll be one more section covering that will have some more Thomas related stuff in it, but we'll get to that in this episode. Stay tuned, and you'll be in for a surprise. This next section will be interesting as it will cover just the BRIO Thomas range, which I have almost all of, though I'm missing quite a few characters like Edward, Splatter and Dodge, Terrence, Cranky, also missing a couple of destinations, but we'll get to that later on. So here we are. So starting off with the BRIO stuff. This is some of the stuff that I mostly grew up with. I started before I got Wooden Railway. I got a few of the characters, and this is, yeah, so whatever. Anyways, starting off here, we have my BRIO battery powered Thomas, the very first Thomas I ever got for wooden form. And I have two BRIO Thomases. This one's in good shape, but this one has seen better days. I don't know why I have two, but I'll get around to it in another time. So Henry, it was another childhood item. Gordon, another childhood item. James, found this at a car boot sale one day. Percy, he was a new item from last year. Toby, got a few years ago. Duck with the black wheels. There's also one that has the green wheels. I'm kind of debating if I should buy it or not, but well, I'll see if I change my mind in due time. So anyways, Oliver, he was another childhood item, the last ever engine before the range got canned. Stepney, who seems to be quite common on eBay, aside from, you saw this one from earlier in the video because I didn't have a wooden railway counterpart, but that's okay. He is a form of wood nonetheless that I don't really have any means of claiming about. Diesel, another one from last year. Daisy, new one from this year, as well as D261, though the sides of him are a little bit scratched up. I don't know if you can see it that well, but some of this detailing is a bit rough on the edges. It's not a bad model, it just looks like a Class 37 or something because of the stretched out cab from the ends a bit. This one has got to be the worst one. Diesel 10, what can I say about Diesel 10? Ugh. What can I say? The prototype, they did do a prototype of Diesel 10 which looked more accurate, but why do they have to go with this mobile crane design? And it uses the same shape as Daisy, how weird. I don't know, maybe BRIO wanted to save money, as HDJD once said before when he discussed his Diesel 10 models and whatnot. And we have Lady, who surprisingly has no ramps whatsoever. Strange. Then we have the narrow gauge engines, Scarloey. No Rheneas, so we're moving to Sahandel, who has 4 wheels. Biggest gripe with this is the 4 wheels. Peter Sam, another new one. Oh, Scarloey was new from a few years ago. Rusty, another one from childhood, and Sahandel also. Duncan, that I got a couple of years ago. And Duke, which I quite like more than his wooden railway counterparts because of the wheel configuration and the shape of his boiler. And then I have rolling stock, Annie and Clarabelle, those were new this year. Scruffy, then 2 troublesome trucks. This one is new to the collection. This is the one I've had for the longest time. I ever noticed that they and the Scruffy share the same bases. I mean, you've seen this truck in previous sections of the collection videos. In the rolling stock section, when I don't know, I just wanted to have some variety there. And then the final piece of rolling stock ever made, Toad. Then we got a couple of road vehicles, Bertie and Butch, and a second half of Butch that broke off many years ago. I don't know what happened to it, may have got thrown out. So that was the BRIO Thomas section. Why don't we take a look at some accessories now? I'll get round to it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here, well, I joked and said accessories were next. But it will be viewing engines from other brands and ranges that are not licensed to Thomas, although there is one brand that was licensed to Thomas prior, which I showed off earlier. And it's going to be showing off engines from BRIO, Bigjigs, ELC, aka Early Learning Center, I think that's what they're called, and some Carousel, and some Tesco stuff. So yeah, let's get to it then, shall we? I know you're dying to see it all. So here we have Flying Scotsman, Childhood Mall, Mallard with the red painted wheels, Lord of the Isles, he's new. This is my favourite engine, by the way. I've always wanted the Lord of the Isles as a kid. It just fascinated me with the historical look and unique detail and what have you, and that long tender too. I hope someone does a review on this one day. I would love to see that. A blue tank engine, green 4-wheel tank engine, green engine with the red cab, a plastic engine that has a green boiler front and a green cab, a see-through boiler with a red and white cane. That kind of reminds me a bit of some barber shops or stores, whatever they call them, from whatever it is. Some 3 generic black tank engines, a red engine with green wheels and an open cab and a yellow funnel, some battery powered engines including this green engine with the yellow wheels, this green diesel shunter, a yellow engine with a red cab, another one like this but I've painted it brown because it has no boiler and I repurposed it as a scrap engine. Please don't bash me because I only return something like this into something that I feel like would make perfect scrap dressing, but please don't. And then I have the Eurostar with its 2 coaches, favourite item from childhood, and 2 intercities with 4 coaches, which may have some dust spawning on these, I think. Yeah, well, let's look at some coaches next, shall we? We have another intercity coach that I found at a car boot sale one day, the Lights and Sounds coach. 5 of these 4-wheel express coaches now. I had 2 originally from my childhood, which were these 2, and then I got 3 more, making a consistent of 5. Woohoo! Let's see, what should we look at next? Okay, here we go. Brake van, switching engine, plastic coal car and cement mixer, construction cars. I'm not really a huge fan of these, so I don't know what I'm going to do next. Red cattle truck, the BRIO tipping open truck with a green pipe, 3 cargo cars, which I've given the yellow and blue body for because I thought they would look cool as narrow gauge trucks. 3 lumber wagons now, log wagons now. I only had 1 to start with if you saw from my previous collection video 2 years ago. Now I have 3. Woohoo! This cement tipping truck, and then a grand total of 12 tipping trucks, 4 green, 4 red and 4 yellow. And that's pretty much for road vehicles. I have 3 of these lorries, 2 of which have like blue window details and yellow lights, but this one's just bare at the front, but it does have this black side, but I also gave it a blue cargo crate. A fire engine with an open roof, a school bus, a double-decker bus, that's new, yellow car, red cab with green lorry with red cab, same cab, red tow truck, tractor and a forklift, and a lumber lorry. And now let's look at a couple of Tesco's items with police car and a taxi. Now let's look at some Bigjigs items. We have Green Arrow, Black 5, Rocket, Bluebell, Metropolitan Railway number 1, K1, whatever it was, and Austerity Gordon, a yellow engine with a blue cab. Have some trucks, Tractor Well Wagon, Coal Merchant's Wagon, and 2 flatbeds with 2 cars, the Grain and Sugar Wagons, and 2 barges. And from ELC, not the coach over, I have a black Class 08 looking black diesel shunter, 2 London Underground coaches, a log wagon, a car transporter with detachable cars, a milk tanker with blue sticker label, milk tanker with black lettering, and a coal hopper truck, and a forklift. And for some Wilco vehicles, Royal Mail van and 3 cars. Of 2 different colours. Then I also have this taxi and roller. And let's look at some unknown brand engines. Orange engine, black tank engine, red diesel, blue tender engine, and another, that's what I gave it a tender for, and another battery operated train with another tender this style, but it looks a little shoddy. And for on stock I have 2 log wagons, 2 open trucks with pipes, 3 goods vans, and on the same basis 4 of these green 6-wheel coaches now. I had 1 to start with, now I have 4. Yippee! Then I have this unknown brand tender, and then this brake van. Well, so those were engines and vehicles and rolling stock from other brands, licensed to BRIO, Bigjigs, ELC, etc. But we're not done yet. There is still one more section that I want to cover. I'll be right back in a moment, guys. Alright, before we get to the last section of this video, I forgot to point out this one diesel battery powered engine that I forgotten in the previous section. This is a battery powered diesel engine. I don't know what brand this is from, but it could be somewhat made in Germany if my knowledge is correct. But I really have no idea what this is. So if anyone out there is knowledgeable with what this type of engine is, it says it was made in Berlin, but I can't remember what type of brand this diesel is. It could be based off a German train or something, or maybe a Belgian locomotive diesel or something. I don't know. But it kind of reminds, the cab reminds me. It kind of looks a bit Marklin-ish, but it kind of reminds me a bit of Den from the TV series, but without the side skirts or something. So if you tell me what this is, I mean, it does run. See that light in the background, in the front? No on the back, but that does light up. Cool looking diesel. This is basically would be a perfect Marklin engine. Anyway, so here we are for the final section of this video, and this is going to cover accessories and people, trees, and whatnot. So we're going to look at some Tom's Wooden Railway stuff first. We have Aylesbridge Station, windmill, a set of 5 trees with the box, the special engine shed from 1994 in the UK Benjamin packaging, which I think is underrated, seasonal trees set 2, water refilling tower, 1 out of the box and 1 new in the box, another pine tree, 2 more orange maple trees, a Mattel tree, and starting with figures, we have the Fat Controller wooden cutout, Sir Topham hat and a lady hat articulators, and a BRIO Sir Topham hat, lady hat, porter and workman, and lady hat. Oh, I almost forgot to include this, but it's a signalman with the level crossing and an extra straight piece of track. I know I said I wasn't going to do destinations for this video, but I noticed how cool this level crossing gate is. If you pull one side, it gets the other side, but this side fortunately doesn't work. I don't know what it is. This side works, one side works fine, but the other gate just doesn't seem to want to function properly like a real level crossing gate. Don't know what it is, but the other side, I mean, is functioning well. Don't know what it is. Maybe it could be something wrong, but we'll never know. Well, if I try to fix this one day, maybe it might happen. Who knows? I can't have this signal guy on his own. Also, we have the second lady hat. I don't know why I got that in a lot. And we've got 5 signals, 2 red, 1 white, 2 yellow. Oh, I noticed one of the arrow is facing one way, and on the brighter yellow one it's looking the other. 2 stop signs and 2 railroad crossing signs, milk barrel, red cylinder block. And looking at some BRIO stuff now, we have 5 railway lights, which I took out of the box just for displaying only. Light signal, tool tree set, 6 more pine trees, 1 looks very different, 4 different miscellaneous trees, 1 big bushy tree, 2 more pine trees, 9 miniature apple trees, 7 miniature pine trees, guard, female officer, female sailor, and a fireman, BRIO horse, suitcase, cargo piece, 2 red barrels and a hydrant, road crossing ramps, traffic light, a church, a clock tower, 2 more large buildings. I assume I had 3, but I can't find the other one anywhere. 14 small houses, 3 tall buildings, 1 water well, and finally we got traffic lights, 2 railroad crossing signs. I forgot to talk about these people here. 1 blue driver, 1 yellow driver, fireman, a woman, but I can see her head. There's some cracks starting to show. It's starting to break, unfortunately. And 2 of a fireman, 1 red outfit, 1 black outfit. Then a red platform roof. Then some custom trees. And then finishing off, we have some signs. Airport sign, bus stop sign, no entry sign, Wrigley Road, whatever it's called, sign. And there are some plastic ones. Stop sign, crossing signs, 30 mile per hour signs, a traffic sign, and sign, I can't remember the name of it, but I think it's no stopping at all signs. Okay, that was all my entire wooden railway collection. I managed to include many as much as I could, but I couldn't include all the destinations because I felt it was a bit too time consuming to do so. Okay, so I'm going to finish off the video here and sort of say thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all again soon. So thank you guys so much for watching, take care, and have a good day. Bye bye. And if you know what this engine is, please tell me. If you know what this engine is called, please let me know. I know I just finished the video, but I forgot to show off a few bits and pieces that I did not include just before I concluded the video. So here I have some bits and bobs that I can't remember what brand these are exactly, but I know these are made of wood. So here we have like a few buildings with a fire department, a school and a house, 2 trees, 2 rectangular blocks, and a red cylinder block. So if you know what these are called, let me know in the comments below. Or I could just take a picture and maybe use my Google search wizardry to help me find the to acknowledge it. Okay, so thanks again for watching. Sorry I had to butt in with this, but thank you for watching and have a good day. And don't forget to subscribe. We're nearing 3,000 subscribers, my friends, so please subscribe if you can. I only just realised something. There was one train I forgot to include, which was this White City Intercity Express. Yeah, sorry, my bad. I didn't realise when I was after filming, I did not include this engine, but you can tell, but sorry if the quality's not that great, the lighting's bad, but you can see it is heavily beat up, and yeah, could do a little restoration, and with the amount of paint it's gone through, I mean, lots of playtime and abuse, I wouldn't be surprised if it was not really all that bad, to be honest. There we go, much better. Okay, so I finally managed to include this, but I just forgot. I mean, thank goodness I managed to include it at the last second, because I just concluded the video, and if I didn't include it, I would have forgotten about it. Okay, so, 3rd time again. Thanks for watching, subscribe, and have a good day. Peace and love, my friends.